Hello, I am Rajendra Shinde, Associate Professor from Arts, Science and Commerce College, Ozarmik. We have studied the types of sentences based on the function of the sentences. First one is affirmative sentences. Now, the remaining type of sentences based on function are to be discussed or studied in this lecture. Second type of sentence is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence means question. A sentence which is used to ask question seeking information or confirmation is called an interrogative sentence. When we ask question, we want to get some information, seek some information from the person to whom we ask questions. Say there are two types of interrogative sentences or questions. First one is WH questions and second one is yes no questions. Now WH questions, the sentences or questions which begin with the question words like why, who, when, where, what, whose, which, how, etc. Beginning with WH are called WH questions. Means WH questions begin with why, who, when, where, what, whose, which, how, etc. Means these question words have WH letters. Only there is exception of how. These questions are called WH questions, and these questions need to give more detailed answer. Only yes no answer is not expected, but here we have to give more information to this question. For example, where are you going? Now we cannot say yes or no, but we have to give the answer. I am going to Nashik, I am going to school, I am going to college, etc. Means we give information. Such a kind of questions are called WH questions, in which answer is expected in detail. Where are you going? What is your name? How do you manage all these things? Which is your favorite subject? Where, what, how, which. These are WH question words, and that's why these are called WH questions. Second type of interrogative sentence is yes no question. First one is WH questions, yes no questions. In this kind of question, no new information is asked, but it is asked merely to confirmation or to confirm the state of affairs, and that stated information is true or false. Means answer is expected only in yes or no words. The answer expected is only yes or no. Such a kind of questions are called yes no questions or polar questions. That's why the type is also of these interrogative sentences yes no questions. Is Sarita getting ready? Yeah, we have to give answer yes or no. Has the teacher forgotten his glasses? You have to give answer yes or no. Can we or can't we afford a new car? Yes or no. Means answer expected here in these questions is only yes or no. Detailed answer is not expected in such a kind of questions. Only to get confirmation or seek confirmation of the person to whom question is asked. In this way, these questions are called yes no questions. Third type of interrogative sentence is tag question or question tag. Sentences seeking to confirm information expressed by a statement can also do so with the help of tag questions. Tag questions are similar in function to the yes no questions, but unlike the yes/no questions. For tag questions, we do not move the auxiliary verb to the front of the sentence. For example, Sarita is getting ready. Now, is a helping verb and getting is main verb. Sarita is getting ready. This is a statement, and we have to add a question tag. For in question tag or a tag question, we have to ask question. First, there should be auxiliary verb, helping verb, then not is added, then subject is added, then question mark is put after the subject. Now here is auxiliary verb or helping verb. Then not is not there, we have to add a not after is. Isn't she? Sarita is subject because she is female. We use she for Sarita. Isn't she? Not is added and apostrophe T is added to helping verb is, and then subject she is there and question mark is put after she, subject. Second sentence, the teacher has forgotten his glasses. The teacher is subject, has is auxiliary verb. Then hasn't he, for the teacher, he pronoun is used. Hasn't he? Has is helping verb. N apostrophe T is added, not is added after has, and then subject he is added. Hasn't he? We cannot afford or we can't afford a new car. Now in the statement itself not is added, that's why in question tag not should not be used. Remember this, if in the statement negative word is used, not, nor, then in question tag or a tag question not is not used. We can't afford a new car, which is the helping verb, auxiliary verb can. Not is already there, that's why we do not need any word to use here, not. That's why can we, subject is we. Can we? Why we have not put any not word, negative word after helping verb can? Because already not is present. Negative statement, in statement negation is already there or not is already there. That's why not should not be added in question tag. Can we? Negative sentences. Negative sentences are used to express an opinion opposite to that of an affirmative sentences. In English, this is done by using the word not after the auxiliary verb. Here some examples. Sarita is not getting ready. The teacher has not forgotten his glasses. We cannot afford a new car. In these three sentences, not is used and in the affirmative sentences, and that's why they are changed into negative sentences. Sarita is getting ready. This is affirmative sentence, and when we make it negative sentence, not is added between auxiliary verb is and main verb getting. In second type of example, the teacher has not forgotten his glasses. The teacher has is auxiliary verb, forgotten is main verb, forget, and after auxiliary verb not is added. In this way, the teacher has forgotten his glasses is affirmative sentence, and the teacher has not forgotten his glasses is negative sentence. We can afford a new car is affirmative sentence. When we add not after helping verb, auxiliary verb can, then it becomes negative sentence. We cannot afford a new car. In this way, opposite to the affirmative sentence, there are negative sentences, and we add word not after the auxiliary verb and before the main verb in such a kind of negative sentences. In making question or making negative sentences, do auxiliary verb plays important role. It is called do support. In questions, do, does, did, these forms are used, and in negative sentences, don't, doesn't, didn't, these forms are used of the do verb. In English, some sentences do not have helping or auxiliary verbs to make them negative or to make the questions out of them. We use or insert different forms of auxiliary verb do. For example, do, does, did for asking questions, and don't, doesn't, didn't for making an affirmative sentences negative. For example, Mary goes for a walk every morning. This is affirmative sentence, and we have to change or transform this affirmative sentence into negative sentence. We have to add does and not form. Add not after does. For example, Mary, here in affirmative sentence, goes, this verb is used. Goes is the form of go is main verb and does is used. Es means does. Does go means goes. Okay. That's why Mary does and go. Here does is helping verb and go is main verb. And between auxiliary verb does and main verb go, we add not. Thus we make this affirmative sentence into negative sentence. Mary does not go for a walk every morning. This is negative sentence of affirmative sentence. Mary goes for a walk every morning. Now third sentence, the question. First, Mary goes for a walk every morning is affirmative sentence. Mary does not go for a walk every morning is negative sentence, and we have to now change it into interrogative sentence. For example, does Mary go for a walk every morning? This is interrogative sentence. In this sentence, does, this do support is used, then subject Mary and main verb go is used, then question mark at the end of the interrogative sentence. Mary goes for a walk every morning. We have to now add question tag. Now here goes is the main verb. Does go, I already told you that. Goes means does plus go. Go is main verb, and does do support is added here. And while making the question tag, after the statement we have to give comma, and then goes, here does is helping verb, does, and then we have to add n apostrophe t means not. Does not she, Mary is subject, and for Mary she is a female or gender, female gender. That's why we have to use pronoun she for Mary. Doesn't she? Mary goes for a walk every morning. Doesn't she? This is the question tag taking the help of do support. Here does not go, does not, does, doesn't, these are the do support used in these examples. Third type of sentence based on the function of the sentence is imperative sentence. Imperative sentences are used to issue instructions that the listener must carry out without fail. They express instructions, orders, commands, etc. Imperative sentences are used. The speaker is always the first person pronoun I, and the listener is always the second person pronoun you. Sometimes they also contain auxiliary verbs like must, should to signify order or an obligation. For example, you must go and close the door. This is affirmative sentence. You should sleep now, affirmative sentence. And how we make them imperative? See, these are affirmative sentences. Must is used, should is used in second sentence. Now how they are transferred into imperative sentence? See, go and close the door. Go, before go, you is subject to whom instruction is given, to somebody else. You go and close the door, but it is not visible in the sentence, imperative sentence. It is assumed. Okay, go and close the door means you go and close the door. This is, you can say, instruction. Sleep now, you sleep now. Get out, you get out. Get out, it is the order. Stand up, sit down means main verb is at the beginning of the sentence. Open the window, open is main verb, and here order is given. Or imperative sentences express instructions, orders, commands, etc. In this way we have studied 3 types of sentences based on function of the sentences. 4th one is not prescribed for your study: exclamatory sentence, assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, and imperative sentence. We have studied these 3 types of sentences. They are based on function. And structural classification of these sentences, there are 3 types of sentences: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. In this way we have seen the types of sentences based on the function and the structure of the sentences. Here in this lecture we have studied the types of sentences based on the function or the use of the sentences. Thank you very much.